the current renaissance of craft cocktails, three friends have joined together to perfect the essential but oft misunderstood ingredient of bitters.
Bitters has a history that goes back many centuries. You had something that had curative, carminative properties to it.
To make a bitter, you have to have an alcohol. You have to have a bittering agent.
Correct.
And then the final ingredient is whatever you're going to flavor it with, the aromatic.
Well said.
I think one of the most basic questions that anyone can have with bitters is like, why do you want to put something bitter in your drink, right? So, you know, what's the thought behind it? What is a bitter actually adding to your cocktail?
It's interesting because you kind of need things that are, you might consider to taste bad or difficult to palate in order to taste things that are delicious and good and light. If you think about a well-mixed cocktail as a harmony, bitters kind of adds the low mids and the low end to that harmony, you know, so it adds a base and a foundation for all the other things to stand on.
Bitters come in two varieties, potable and non-potable. Non-potable bitters are called tincture bitters. These are intense, extract-like bittering liquids that balance the sweet, sour, or salty of a cocktail.
There's lots of different citrus bitters out there, orange, grapefruit, lemon verbena, but to Tobin's point, we wanted to make a very full spectrum citrus flavor. The great part about aromatic is that it's really bitter. Interestingly, a lot of the bitters that are available are botanical or sour or floral or, you know, have great names, but they don't bring that assertive bitterness.
Hella Bitters uses dried spices and hand-cut citrus peel as their mainstay flavoring agents.
We could make bitters with everything that you have on this table. The first thing when it comes to what makes it a bitter is gentian root or another bittering agent. It looks like wood chips. It's really bitter. And we of course need a liquid base to capture all of the elements, and this is a little jar of neutral grain spirit. A good way to think about neutral grain spirit, if I had to compare it to something a little more mass market, would be vodka.
Yeah.
Right.
It is distilled specifically to be odorless and flavorless. Okay. And then we have these different spices, and these are just three examples of the many that we use. Okay. So this is really cool and pretty recognizable. Star anise. In the least quantity because it is so potent.
Yeah.
And you can even smell, I just stirred up, it smells like licorice. And then these are really beautiful. These are coriander seeds. And these you can actually just eat. They're really, have like a really nice citrusy quality to them. And then this is one of our favorites, and another one that's kind of like star anise in its potency. And this is green cardamom pods.
Tobin was kind enough to bring us to Fedora in Greenwich Village to teach us two cocktails that highlight Hella Bitters.
It's a fun gin-based cocktail. We're going to use Tanqueray. 2 ounces right into the mixing glass. Next, sweet vermouth, and we're going to add 3/4 ounce of that maraschino liqueur. Okay. And I'll hold the bar spoon. And you do like a heaping bar spoon. Beautiful. 2 or 3 dashes of Hella Bitter aromatic. I'm going to stir this guy. Now, Jerry Thomas wanted you to shake this cocktail, but he was a real showman. You're a natural.
It smells really good.
We're gonna add a little lemon. Awesome. Lemon peel, yep. That is a Martinez cocktail.
Oh, wow. That's delicious.
Go ahead and find a couple nice lumps of the brown sugar. Perfect. Drop them right in the glass.
Okay.
Soak it in both aromatic and citrus bitters. That's awesome. And we're going to crush them up with a muddle. 2 ounces of rye, and stir that again. So the final piece to this is a nice fat orange peel. Okay. You want to break up that peel a little bit over the cocktail, just release all those beautiful oils. Okay. And then take that same side, and just go around the rim of the glass. And then you're going to just stick it vertically right in the side of the glass. Now this is
That's my kind of drink.
Eddie, Tobin, and Jamari are crafting artisan bitters to match the beautiful artisan cocktails made in homes and bars around the city. They sell the citrus and aromatic in so-called salt and pepper packs for all your cocktail seasoning needs. Next week on In the Spirit, I make my final stop of the season at Van Brunt Stillhouse in Redmond.